Man accidentally drops a jade pendant worth $100,000 under an ancient bronze cauldron. So he decides to try and see if he can move the cauldron. What the man didn't expect was that he could effortlessly lift the cauldron with just one hand. However, the man had no idea that this scene terrified the woman standing behind him, because this was her family's protective cauldron that weighed over 10,000 pounds. Yet in the young man's hands, it was as light as a feather. Ironically, the girl's father thought the man was worthless trash with no inner power, so he absolutely refused to let his daughter marry him. Little did he know, the man was born with a divine body, and didn't he need to cultivate inner power at all? He could beat his master without the master being able to fight back, but his prideful master had been lying all along, claiming the man was useless, and hadn't he developed even a bit of inner power after 20 years of training. So the man had always felt guilty, thinking he had let his master down. At this moment, the man's master could barely hold on anymore. He casually threw the man a jade pendant and told him to hurry down the mountain to find his fiancée and get married. Just then, a martial arts school student suddenly rushed over to report that someone had come to challenge their dojo. When the woman's father heard this, he immediately got up angrily and stormed out. The girl was also very worried. She knew her father was injured and wouldn't be a match for the challenger, so she wanted to ask the young man to step in and help her father. The man initially wanted to refuse, but when he saw the girl's sad expression, he reluctantly agreed. When they arrived, both sides had already set up a life-or-death arena match. The losing side would not only have to leave this place, but also destroy their own martial arts abilities. Under the opponent's verbal provocation, the woman's father agreed without hesitation. But then the other side brought in outside help, a guy called Taro, supposedly Japan's #1 fighter. Although the woman's father was furious, there was nothing he could do. Then the woman's second senior brother stepped up and directly attacked the Japanese fighter. But to everyone's surprise, the opponent didn't budge an inch from the hit. The Japanese fighter casually waved his hand and sent the second senior brother stumbling backward. At this point, the woman wanted the man to help. The man told the woman he had no inner power. Right then, the woman's second senior brother was being stepped on in the chest by the opponent. To avoid getting the young man involved, the woman took off her jade pendant and told the man that she was his fiancée. Then she told him to quickly leave this dangerous place. But his master had told him he must protect the girl no matter what. So the man decided to take action himself and fight for the girl. Just as the woman's second senior brother was in danger, the man grabbed the blade with his bare hand and forced the Japanese fighter back. The opponent was furious and charged up for another strike, trying to defeat the man in one move. But the man easily dodged it and even knocked the opponent's sword flying. Everyone thought there was no way the man could be this powerful without inner power. Then the man threw a single punch and sent the Japanese fighter flying. Everyone around stared in shock at what they had just witnessed. The woman's father also looked at the man with newfound respect.